Hey guys, how you all doing? I'm okay. Remember, this is our Nasdaq. We got trades here, we got trades there, we exited there. Today I never gotten a chance to analyze, guys. So you missed all this move because I got a little now. Mara, it's fine. We'll catch it next week. So this is M15. We need to update our chart and remove some of this stuff because they don't apply anymore. And then let's start from daily. On daily, remember what we had said. We said we formed the pin bar, we formed the second pin bar, but we were failing to go above this. And I said for as long as we are failing to go above that, the bulls don't really stand a chance. And that's where we're getting all those sells and buy, sell, buy. And there's our daily trend line. And so what we can take from this time frame is that we broke that key area of resistance, which is this, and meaning we went above our pin bars, right? And what else? The trend line seems to be battling to hold the price back in, but it is not yet broken. Not yet broken. Remember our rules. I don't know how do we tell that the trend line is broken. If you don't, you need to make sure that you refer back to the video that I made here, the trend lines. No? So this is not yet broken, and again we are hitting the support, the resistance. This is our daily resistance and the daily bearish trend line. It is being challenged. It is not broken, it's being challenged. So now it's only a matter of saying when the thing opens on Monday, where is this bar gonna be? Is it gonna be up there or is it gonna come back? Is it gonna react from this area and come back? We will see next week. That's what we're gonna find out next week. And if this zone is broken, it means, look at the profit margin. If you get a buy, this is what you need to be. We're going to exit there. Ivan. And let's check H4. Ooh, a lot has happened on H4. This was our area of resistance, which was formed here, right? And then the price came, tested it once. The price came, tested it twice. And then the price came, tested it 3 times. And then with the fourth one, it was broken. And remember, I said when we have a zone or when we have a trend line, not a trend line doesn't apply. Let's say when you have a zone like this, we are interested in the first pullback. Like if this zone, remember this zone, and on this time frame, the trend line was facing down, right? And we had a zone here. When the price comes back to it, we're interested in the first touch. Then the price came back. When it comes to the same zone for the first time, we can look for buying, selling there. And then when it comes to the second time, if you want to sell, if you feel like selling is still applies, the structure still allows you to sell. But remember, this is the second touch. You need to have proper reasons there in terms of the confirmation. You need to have more reasons on your side for you to execute that. And then when it comes to the third time, it's a no, we are not taking that one. So we are more interested in the first pullback, good people. So now we can conclude Kahore on H4. What do we have? We do have this, and then just a Posinyan, and then up, meaning we can have our new bullish trend line is formed. So that's our new trend line, right? And this is out. It was removed by what? By this. So when I say it was removed by that, I mean, I'll show you. This is how you're supposed to be analyzing, good people. This is our new trend line, and these small ones here, they don't apply anymore. They were drawn on smaller time frames. They are not useful to us anymore, so they need to go off our chart. They gave us trades and we are happy. So now we have to add more stuff. We need to remove the ones that don't apply anymore. Remember, this has been broken. What broke that area of resistance is this area of support. This one, this support, it broke that resistance. It broke it how? From this support. After forming this support, that's when we had this move that broke that resistance, meaning this support had an influence in the breaking of that resistance. So this support is important. This one, we don't have it anymore. It was taken out. So meaning I have to shift my thing to this. It's shifting something like that. Yes, this is our area of support or demand. So this is the one that we are allowed to buy from. should the price come there. And for as long as it hasn't broken this, for as long as the H4 trend line is still bullish, we are allowed to buy from a valid area of support. And if the space going up has at least 2:1, then we know that we are safe. We can have enough space for us to move to break even. Like if this thing turns from here and comes here, you have to ask yourself from this and to where the thing turned, which is the area of resistance. It found resistance again there, and then it turned. So the space between from here to here compared to from here to here, if this is $50, this has to be at least 100, so that we have a chance to close half or have a chance to move to break even. Because if this thing had turned from this, if it had turned here and came back, hey, we are risking this to make this, because there's a reason why it turned here. So I can't set my TP and put it there and ignore this. Why did it turn here? So this has to be my TP1. So that's why we are saying if now it gives us 2:1, this, then we know we are good to go. That's all we have on H4, good people. Everything is pointing to the upside, and this is the area of the next area of some resistance, which is the same as what we had on daily. Ne? So we are looking to take trades from this and exit wherever it turns, or exit there. That's what we're looking for next week, should it come there. But let's check the smaller time frames and see if there's anything different there. H1, there's really nothing different to what is happening on what do you call this, on H4, because the H1 area of interest will be this, which is more or less the same as the one that we had on H4. So we are waiting here. So this is what we are waiting for next week. Let's check our last time frame, which is the one where we normally take our trades from, which is our M15. Our M15. On M15, this move going up is very strong. Ne? It didn't give us to allow us to put a trend line, but that's fine. And what else do we have? Keep in mind, we are inside. Did I draw it nicely? Because I want you to understand everything that I'm saying. We are inside our daily area of resistance, right? So this is exerting what? It's putting in a bearish force. So should I get working structures are bearish, when I go to smaller time frame, I can execute saying what? Maybe the daily will give me a boost to push the price down. When it gets here, let me exit. Never. That's the plan for next week. So on M15, like I said, we didn't have a chance to draw a trend line because we don't have that. The move was just straight up. But it's fine. We do have what? We just have to find bullish structures. Remember, a bullish structure can be a trend line, or it can be a support area. When you say price has violated a bullish structure, it's either it violated the trend line or it took out this. In this case, this we can't talk about it because of what? We can't draw it. We don't have this. So it means we are relying on area of support. So let us find the areas of support on M15 so that we can make our decision, guys. So we do have one here, correct, which is located where? At our H41. That one is the main one. Should the price come back there, when it comes back, you can take it from here. Or if you are strong enough, you can take the whole H4. But now we advise you to stick to the smaller one so that it doesn't chow all your account if it doesn't work out. Ne? And where do we have our areas of support? This is the area of support number 1 that we formed when you're going up. And then we went and paused there. So this is our support number 2. We took off and then we paused again. This is the current support number 3, which is the one now the price came back. And I should have used a different color so that you know I don't have like a minute. Which is this one. And then the second one, this is one. You can see them, ne? So we do have 3 areas of support. Mara. This we can buy from, this we can buy from, this we can take. Ne? So if the price does something like this, if it does something like this, we will say what? It broke the support. And then if it breaks the second one, then we can look to sell. Because the price will, the pressure will be pointed to the downside because of what? We would have removed two key structures that bullish. We have violated that. So we can look to sell and come and exit somewhere there, and then search for buying opportunities. So that, and remember where we'll be selling, it's our area of what? Of resistance, guys. Is this. So as I'm saying, if we get a reason to sell on smaller time frame, this M15, we need to do that. But our reason to sell, remember, I carry, always keep this in mind. I carry when we are trading, we need to know where is our next area of resistance or our next area of support. If I'm buying, I need to know where is the price going to find resistance so that I can put my TP there and exit. So now, if you were to say I got a pin bar here, then I'm selling, I'm going to exit there. The price can do that. Mara, because you're looking at M15, if M15 is your time frame, because remember I said some people can say now I'm taking H4 and H1, so they don't care about what's happening on M15. Someone can say I'm taking H4 and daily. I don't care about what is happening on H1. Someone can say I'm taking H1 and M15, so they don't care about smaller time frames. Mara, you need to be worry about the one above you. This one you can ignore. You can ignore the time frame above you. Just because I'm trading H1 doesn't mean I have to ignore H4, because remember, I can't trade H1 and go against the structure of H4. H4 is higher than my time frame. Mara, if I'm trading H1, I don't care much about M5 because M5 is smaller. In most cases, even if I go against M5 with the structure that I'm trading on H1, H1 is higher chances of winning against that M5. That's why I don't care much about a smaller time frame than the one I'm trading, but I have to be always know what the higher time frames are saying. Correct. So in this case, the reason why I'm telling you about that, which is something that I always tell you, it's important, so that's why I have to mention it over and over again. So in this case, if M15, if let's say you are trading H1 and M15, meaning H1 you just want the direction, M15 that's where you're going to execute in the direction of this. So now if I'm executing here on M15, you can say that I'm gonna exit here, right? Mara, what about this and what about this? Because these are the areas of support on your time frame, which is your M15, and they are pushing the price up. What are you gonna do with them? So I can't sell here and say I exit there. The space is very small, but that's why I'm saying as much as we have this and this, that's why I'm saying right now we will enter if the price was to violate them, and then go up to a nearest area of resistance wherever it is, then we can sell. Why? Because these ones will not be existing anymore. They will have been violated, meaning with the only area that we can put our TP is what is this. Look at the profit margin. That's what we want. Then at least we know it's more than 3:1. Then we are happy, because we don't want to sell here and then only for us to find resistance, support the price to struggle to pass that. It's not, we don't want that. We don't want stress. When we are trading, we want to have a smooth ride, a smooth move, so that the space between where we are entering and the nearest area of resistance or support, it must be enough for us not to worry about anything in between. For us just to take an entry, go exit there before the price can start forming weird stuff, before it can start reacting to anything. That's how we should be trading. So in conclusion, I would say our area of interest is this one, which is located inside this. So this area here, this is where we're going to buy next week should the price come back here. Mara, if you want to accompany the price down there, you must first wait that it removes. Again, we don't have a trend line. If we had a trend line, if the price when it went up, it did this, we can say wait for it to remove the trend line plus one support, a support area, the nearest, which is going to be this one. So you're going to wait for the price to, let's use a different color to do this, and then come there, meaning trend line broken, support broken. If it bounces up and find resistance, if we formed resistance there, we can sell. knowing very well that this does not exist, we are going to exit there. That's what I mean. But in this case, because we don't have trend line, we only have a nice move there. What other structures do we have? Remember I said the bullish structure, a trend line or a support. Because we don't have a trend line here, we are only leaning on, we are left with the supports. We need to violate two support. I could normally violate one trend line, a trend line and a support for us to go down. Mara here, because we don't have a trend line, we can make it support instead of support and resistance and trend line. I hope that makes sense, good people. So for us to accompany it down, it must take this out and then we can sell and then exit, or tighten your stop loss and then maybe put the stop loss there and then look for buying opportunities, because remember you want to go up. But if it fails and go all the way down, you will still be holding your trade. All right guys, that's it. I hope it makes sense, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is our daily bread. I'll see you next week. It's just that today I'm really busy. I didn't really have time with people. That's why I never, we never caught this one. Otherwise, we have made money there. But it's part of the game. We won't have, we won't be able to watch all the moves happening and stuff like that. So we will see it next week. All right. Cheers, guys.